Radhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishwakarnitam Shri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapya Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Garadevachalam Pangulangai Degre Mitrapadam Shri Rodhanataranam Paramanam Hare Krishna. So today we will see Mahaprakash Leela. You know, I really want to tell you, I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization actually. Chaitanya Charitamrita, wow. Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's a PhD thing, and you know what the very important thing in wherever we see, everyone is a very Mahabhagavat devotee, confidential associate of Lord Chaitanya. But one thing that is very impeccable, that is visible, is their humility. No, they were really, really humble actually, you know. What is that? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, I'm a worm in the stool. How can we understand that? You know, if anybody sees my face, they'll become contaminated. And Jagai and Madai, I'm worse than Jagai and Madai, I would say. So we can learn a lot on it. So, so on this day, Lord Chaitanya, he went and sat on, you know, he came to the home of Srivas Thakur and he sat on the throne of Vishnu and ordered the devotees. So Lord of Vaikuntha wants to have loving exchanges with the devotees. So actually Mahaprakash Leela, you know, it's called Sat Prahara Leela, you know, 21 hours. A day has 8 praharas. So this went on for 7 praharas, means 21 hours, non-stop. You know, so Lord Chaitanya exhibited his divine transcendental opulence based on devotees' will and wish. And seeing that, and he reciprocated with the devotees' love. So, Krishna means his devotees. You know, Antaraj is Antaraj. Krishna includes his devotees. So the loving exchange that happens between Krishna and his devotees is really a mellow to discuss, a mellow to watch. That is great. Devotees are just offer. The Lord said. Everyone was, when they saw this opulence, you know, the Supreme Lord is exhibiting these divine opulences of Vaikuntha, the Krishna Loka. They were stuck with wonder. They were stuck with wonder. So So offer the devotees, what they did. uh, they started bringing bananas, fruits, varieties. So Lord Chaitanya, he finished it. So again, more, like in an year, like we have seen this, an year, Lord Chaitanya, and during this Govardhan Puja, Annakut festival, as this cowherd boys, they offered, the cowherd community, they offered, the lakes and lakes of kheer, you know, unlimited amounts of rice. So the hands came from Govardhan and they ate everything like, well, Lord, Lord Vishwambari said, more, they put sandesh, rasa gulab jamuns, rasagulla. So he was eating. There is no end to it. And then, the devoted one, then the Abhishek ceremony. The Abhishek ceremony, so they were, devotees started bringing, Ganga, they started bringing water from Ganga. And they were pouring literally on the, pots and pots of water. Abhishek. And they were pouring large, this Vishwambar was taking it. So they were doing Abhishek. Devotees were so happy. They were singing, jumping, and dancing. They were as that Supreme Lord has withdrawn this Mahamaya, and then there is no influence of Maya, only Yogamaya, and people are very happy. Everybody was very, very jubilant and happy, ecstatic. So the continuous kirtan going, and there was jumping. Devotees were jumping up and down, dancing, and glorifying singing the glories of Lord Vishwambar. Dukhi, she's a servant maid in the home of, she was servant maid in the home of Shiva's Thakur. Servant maid, so they would maintain the distance. She was actually bringing this water, and she was arranging all this water she was arranging them in a row so the devotees can, pick it up and offer Abhishek to the Supreme Lord Vishwambar. And she was not even coming inside. She was not coming inside, Then that humility attracted Lord Chaitanya. That humility attracted Lord Chaitanya. So it is saying either we should have or we should be with somebody who has devotion. We should have devotion or be with somebody who has devotion. Four demons came with Vibhishan. When Vibhishan wanted to surrender to Ram, the demons also came with him. They don't know Ram, but they knew whatever Vibhishan does is very good for themselves also. So just because they have faith on Vibhishan, when Vibhishan surrendered to Ram, they also surrendered to Ram, and they attained the mercy. They were demons, they don't know anything, but what was their qualification? They were connected to Vibhishan. So likewise, what was the qualification of Dukhi? She was connected to Srivas Thakur. And she was humble and performing menial service and Krishna service, everything. No service is small, no service is big. Everything is big only. Why? Because it is Krishna. It is service connected to Krishna. Lord Chaitanya saw that. Said, he did. This is Lord Chaitanya, He wanted to offer this mercy. He said, what is her? Why her name is Dukhi? In India, the children, if they keep on dying after birth, but they don't live. So sometimes what they do is the parents, they would give this type of names so that Yamaraj will become compassionate. All right, she is Duki. What can she do? So likewise, the parents named her Duki. Raja said, no. How can she be Duki? Miserable when she is serving devotees. From today onwards, she is Sukhi, happy. And Lord Chaitanya gave her the crust jewel of human life, the Krishna Prema, love of God. All devotees were very glad. You know, so devotees, they wiped, the after Abhishek, the Supreme Lord, they wiped him and they gave him new clothes, and then again the Supreme Lord, placed him on the throne of Vishnu, and Nityananda was holding the umbrella, and devotees started fanning, and they perform arati. The short sopachara, the 16 items, you know, they started offering 16 items. My Lord, your Krishna, you have offered liberation to Putana. You have saved Arjun and Pandavas from death. Your husbands are gods of fortune. So, what is that? So, after Abhishek, and after Arti, what they did? He said, bring food. So, they brought coconuts, the milk sweet, and then uh, the berries, the green melon, the sugar cane, the Ganges water, the barrels and barrels of yogurt, the milk and condensed milk, all varieties of food, you know. Lord Chaitanya ate, that's what I explained before, you know. So, Lord Chaitanya explained before. Oh, sorry, I explained that before, So, so they kept on offering and he kept on eating. Then one day would offered Ganga water, Lord Chaitanya drank. And they brought gallons and gallons. He drank. The barrels of yogurt, milk. He drank. He just drank. What is impossible for me? Every day you would eat 56 times, 56 offerings. And as a universal form, everything is a food for the universal form, right? So Lord Chaitanya gave mercy to Srivas Thakur. Srivas. Lord Chaitanya gave mercy to Srivas Thakur. Srivas, I am the servant. You have purchased me. Whoever is connected to you, I am their servant. All your family members. Your bhakti is impeccable, Srivas. Lord Chaitanya gave the mercy to Srivas Thakur. And Srivas said, my Lord, I am the most fallen. So make me your servant birth after birth after birth. So Lord Chaitanya smiled. Then, and Lord Chaitanya looked at Gangadas Pandit. Gangadas Pandit, you remember me. So Gangadas Pandit came forward and offered obeisances. You remember how I served you? So that day, you remember long ago what has happened? Um, the Muslim soldiers, when they want to be on your case, and out of fear for them, they do such a havoc. So you ran away with your families, out of fear for these Muslim soldiers who were actually coming from behind. So you want to escape from from their hands. You're so feared that they would rape, you and kill your family, your wife and children. So you ran, came to the shore of Ganga. But at middle of the night, there was not even a boat. So, and you know what would happen? These people, fearing that they would come and, they would do these wrong things for you with your family, you and your family decided to jump in Ganga and end your life rather than falling prey into the hands of this Muslim army, Muslim soldiers. Then, when you're looking for boat, there was no boat. So you're praying. You remember Gangadas? That time one boatman came. He said, "No, no, there is one boat, one boat. Wait, wait, wait. You should know. There was no boat that time. It was I who descended from Vaikunta as a boatman, only to drop you to the other side of Ganga." Gangadas, do you remember that? And Lord Chaitanya, when he revealed, Gangadas Pandit cried. Nobody knew this. This happened long, long ago when Lord Chaitanya was not even born. Wow. So Gangadas cried, "My Lord, your mercy is causeless. We are your eternal servants. You always take care. You always protect us. We don't deserve." So Gangadas Pandit started offering prayers. Then nobody realized. Suddenly, the night fell on, and devotees, the family members of Shiva Thakur, they lighted the lamps, and the kirtan continued. Devotees continued offering prayers. Suddenly, Lord Chaitanya said, "Sridhar, bring Sridhar." Who is Sridhar? Nobody knew Sridhar. Sometimes when we do bhakti, we want everyone to know us. Hare Krishna. We want the whole world to know us. We want to become famous as devotees. Hare Krishna. Sridhar doesn't want to. Even devotees don't know who Sridhar was. Hare Krishna. Sridhar was actually a banana leaf seller, banana seller. With banana leaves, what he will do, he would sell the banana trunks. He would make leaves with with the banana leaves, he would make cups. And whatever he would grow, he would sell. Correct. And he is the most honest seller in the entire Navadvip. He had no desires. Whatever money he would make, 50% he would utilize it to serve. He would sell Mother Ganga. It's a great devotee of Mother Ganga. And now, because of this, he has his roof. He had no possession in his home, nothing except for a broken pot, an iron pot, which he would use to fill it with water to wash his legs. He would have hands and legs. Sridhar had no possession. It is said this broken iron pot, even a poor thief would not dare to even steal it. But Sridhar's heart was filled with love of God. Sridhar's heart has unlimited love for Krishna. His dhoti has more holes than dhoti himself. Whenever his dhotis, whenever there would be a hole, he would tie the knots. He would tie the knot. He'd tie the knot. And the roof has more holes than the roof. Still, Sridhar is very satisfied, chanting the holy name. And in the night, when everyone would sleep, Sridhar would start chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And sometimes the neighbors, they would come and yell at him, Sridhar, why are you worshipping that Krishna? What is that Krishna giving it to you? You don't even have a square meal. You have more holes in the dhoti than the dhoti itself. They would think, his loud calling of Krishna, they would think it is a cries of hunger. Hare Krishna. Cries of hunger, and they would throw a banana, eat, and stop crying. So that's why we told you many times to worship demigods, Chandi. What did this Krishna? What is Krishna giving it to you? Anyway, eat this banana and stop crying. Sridhar would not protest. When somebody says one thing to us, shh, we become like a snake. I'm talking to myself. Hare Krishna. Where is the humility? When somebody condemns, forget about saying a word, and they would actually blaspheme him. He would not say anything. And in reality, he had nothing. Now, when we think we are this body, then we are affected by others, either glorification or others condemnation. But Sridhar was beyond this. Are what a personality Sridhara. Because he would sell this banana, on the leaves and banana cups and bananas, the trunk. So kola means bananas. Kola vecha Sridhar. Sridhar who would sell this, the bananas and other things. Wow. But his heart is, he has unlimited affection and love for Krishna. But every day one boy would come to Sridhar, and the boy would come and, who is that boy? A Brahman thread would be hanging around his shoulders, clean dhoti, one kurta, and and a mark of, Vishnu's lotus feet, the tilak on his forehead, the Vaishnav tilak. And the boy is effulgent like, million moons or million suns. He would come. Sridhar, how much does this pumpkin cost? 10 pies. 10 pies. Sridhar, you're greedy, Sridhar. What will you do with that unlimited money? Sridhar said, look, I am not greedy. If you want, you can go and buy it somewhere. You don't find anybody giving cheaper than this price. No. So if you want, you buy somewhere else. By the way, will you give it for 5 pies? I'm telling you 10 pies, it will not come. You're bargaining for 5 pies. Sridhar, what will you do with this money? Everyone knows, this Ganga I worship. Ganga, that Ganga is my maid servant. I am the father of Ganga also. Your Ganga is your maid servant? Yes. Oh, Nima Pandit. You're, so insolent. How can you say that? Why not? Lord Shiva also. By the way, will you to give it for 4 pies? 4 pies. I'm telling you, it will not even come for 10 pies. Sridhar, what will you do with all this money? I know you have a big treasure. I don't have any treasure. I don't have any money. Everyone knew this. No, Sridhar, I know you have a treasure. One day I will reveal this to the whole world. So by the way, will you give it for 3 pies? Look, every day you come like this, you speak all this stuff, and my request to you, don't waste my time and your time. And don't spoil my business. So you can go and buy it somewhere else. Why are you here? Sridhar, I want to buy, I want to buy only from you. You know, you say like that every day, but you don't. And you come and you pester me. What is that? What is this? And you talk all these things and you waste my time. And you so I encourage you, go and buy it somewhere. Sridhar, no, Sridhar, I will not go and buy from anywhere. Only you. You know, if you ask me, if you give charity to Brahmins, whatever the wealth that you earn, that will not come with you. But if you give charity to Brahmins, millions and millions of times in the next life, you know, you will receive it. So I accept today this pumpkin as your offering, Krishna. And my baby Nima, he would pick up this pumpkin and he would go away. Hey, what is this? And he would run away. So this Brahman, I'm really greedy. He's coming and actually reduce my greed by stealing like this. Somehow, even though he comes and pesters me every day, I don't feel like, though I speak like this, I want his association. I long for his association. I want to hear his sweet words. I want his presence. He really comes to reduce my greed. Otherwise, I am greedy, I think. Hare Krishna. That is a devotee. A devotee never thinks he is a devotee. A devotee never says he has the love of God. And all, and he interfaces with all the bad qualities. And Nimai loved the Sridhar offerings. Anything he would take it from Sridhar, he would ask his mother to cook and he would eat with relish. Then when he told devotees, who is Sridhar? I said, if you go in this direction in the outskirts, you would see him. You'd see him chant, bring him here. The devotees went. And when he went in the same direction, Lord Chaitanya said they found him chanting. They told him, Lord Chaitanya is calling you. Please come. So they brought him. So when he entered into the Shivas, when he entered, he saw the divine opulence of Vaikuntha. So when he saw Lord Chaitanya, he fainted. When he fainted, he fainted. Said, rise, Sridhar, rise, rise. How much you have suffered for me. Um, people abused you with the bad words and their behavior. You had nothing. Still, how much you persevered and continued bhakti, birth after birth and birth. Sridhar, please, Sridhar, ask, what can I do for you? Sridhar got up. What did he see? Lord Chaitanya revealed Krishna and Balaram. So he revealed entire Golok Vrindavan. Krishna and Balramji and unlimited cows. And the Chintamani, the Chintamani Dham, Golok Vrindavan. The cows are there, the gopis are there. The entire Dham was revealed. Wow, Sridhar fainted and he got up and he became ecstatic, started crying. And the devotees said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the Sridhar saw Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. They were actually, he saw them approaching the Supreme Lord and offering them, and they offered him betel nuts and they started reciting the verses. And the Anantasesha stood behind the Lord. And Sanat Kumar, Narada, Sukadev, they're offering prayers. Then Supreme Lord said, Sridhar, offer your prayers. No, Sridhar was illiterate. My Lord, I cannot offer any prayer. No, Sridhar, offer whatever comes to your mind. By the Supreme Lord's will and Sridhar's desire, the goddess Saraswati has appeared on the tongue of Sridhar. Then he started offering all glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to the Supreme Lord Vishwambar, the son of Sachi. His incarnation is mystery even to the Vedas. Oh my Lord, your religion, your all the religious principles, your the prescribed duties, your bhakti, your knowledge, your scriptures, your Vedas, and you're the object of meditation for jnanis and yogis. And you are the eight mystic perfections, and you are the ever increasing opulences. You are the enjoying spirit in the living the humans. You are the path of mystic yoga, and you are faith in a man, and all the benevolences. You are also illusion, my Lord. You are also greed. You're the sun, you're the air, you're the strength, you're devotion, you're liberation, my Lord. You're everything. Your Lord Brahma and Shiva, they are your expansions. You know, that day when you said Ganga came from your feet, you're the father of Ganga, my Lord, I couldn't believe you. I did not believe, and actually I criticized you. Please excuse me for that. You know, what is impossible for your devotee? You know, you can be purchased by your devotees. If anyone has bhakti, they can purchase you. My Lord Bhishmadev defeated you in battle, and he made you break the promise because Bhishmadev has bhakti. And Mother Yashoda started chasing you, and she could catch you. And then as a time factor, no one can catch you. Kalyavana could not catch you, but Mother Yashoda could catch you. She ran faster than you, and she caught you. She bound you with the ropes of love because, my Lord, she has a devotion. And Satyabhama, the queen Satyabhama in Dwarka, she could not control you by her beauty and opulence, but she could control you. How you she could purchase you by her bhakti, by the strength of her devotion. My Lord, because your friends have unlimited bhakti, unlimited devotion towards you, though though no one can see you, though you're the Lord of, though you're the supreme controller, you carried your friends on your shoulders. You know, you carried your friends on your shoulders. So you carried Sridhama on your shoulders. And when Sudama came to your home, you washed his feet because they have devotion to your Lord's feet. You know, you know, millions and millions of universes, they just emanate from your body, just like that. But you carried Sridhama on your shoulders. Wow, my Lord, how can we understand? It is possible because they have devotion for you, and you are purchased by your devotees. You know, my Lord, those people who perform devotional service to your lotus feet, material illusion cannot touch them. So, by rendering service, whoever renders service to your lotus feet, you crush illusion. You know, you crush Maya, and Maya doesn't touch the devotees. And you crush that illusion to dust. All the three worlds, people, everybody in these three worlds, they beg you for that your devotional service. But but whoever, whoever, what is impossible for your devotees? You know, Hare Krishna, can you hear me? So, can everyone hear me? So, uh, You don't hear me? So, oh, then he asked, Sridhar, you've suffered a lot. Please ask. Sridhar, you want 8 mystic perfections? You want to become the emperor of this world? Sridhar, you want to become Sridhar, you can become equal to, I can make you become equal to Kubera, the treasure of demigods. Sridhar asks Sridhar how much you've suffered. For my sake, birth after birth. Please, Sridhar, ask. Sridhar said, I don't need anything. He said, I don't need anything, my lord. I have not come here to do business with you. I don't need anything. Then, no, Sridhar, please ask. Sridhar, you purchased me. I'm a prisoner in your heart. Sridhar said, my lord, the king, a poor person. You provide him the basic necessities, and a poor person, the king, a bird flying in the sky. For everyone, time is going on equally. For everyone, time is actually going on equally. So everything in this world is temporary. These material appliances, they're of no use because they're so temporary anyway. And my lord, I'm not a businessman, and I've not come here to trade. I've not come here for any trade. Then, no, Sridhar, please ask. Please, for my sake, ask, Supreme Lord, So that's what the famous verse, Naparehyam Niravadya Samyutam, So what are the gopis? When gopis came and told Krishna, when gopis came to him, Krishna said, I don't have anything. Be happy for the austerities that you have done. I don't have anything, and if I serve you in one Brahma's lifetime, I cannot repay you for what you have done. Wow. Can you imagine the power, the strength of a devotee? They can make the Lord's words, they can prove sometimes they are wrong. The way Bhishmadev made Krishna, he made Krishna break his promise. So, ye yathaman prapadyante words. Ye yathamam prapadyante words. Krishna is telling, I did not work for gopis. He's telling I cannot reciprocate with whatever you have done. Wow, that is the strength of devotees. Devotees, Jiva Tattva 10 power minus 40 power the hair. But devotees, they have this power of bhakti. That Supreme Krishna, that infinite Krishna, who is the master of infinite universes, he has this one weakness. It can be purchased by this pure bhakti, Hare Krishna. It can be purchased by the pure bhakti. And otherwise, see what is Yashoda, and in Mathura's, what is gopis? They purchased him. And Lord Chaitanya is begging Sridhar, please ask Sridhar. Finally, Sridhar said, all right, my Lord, I'm asking only for your sake. And so he didn't say that, of course. My Lord, I'm asking, my Lord, you used to come and you would every day pester me. But nowadays, you don't come, my Lord. If you really ask me to ask you, birth after birth after birth, that I want you to come and regularly have this exchange of love and have this exchange of love, birth after birth. Amazing. Lord Chaitanya said, I can even give you liberation. I can give you, one of the muktis, samipya, salokya, sarupya, sarshti, Anyway, devotees don't even imagine, don't think of Sahajya Mukti becoming one of the God because there is no service and they think it is hellish. Kaivalya narakayate. So Lord Chaitanya said, but I'll give you really, you can go to any one of the Vaikuntha planets. I'll give you the equal opulence. Or you can become my associate in my, in one of my planets. And you'll get the same form as mine. But Sridhar even rejected that. Sridhar is happy, doing this. Wow, what a, he's happy chanting the holy name and selling this, this banana cups and banana leaves, whatever. Because there is a true happiness. A person who attains the Krishna's love of God, it doesn't matter where he stays. That we should know. Unfortunately, we don't know. So sad, you know. So Lord Chaitanya said, Sridhar, I boast of pure devotional service. And you are never devoid of this. You will not commit any offenses. And you always, you dwell in the platform of pure devotional service. Devotee said, Hare Bol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. you know, that's Sridhar. Sridhar started crying. He was weeping. The tears were cascading from his eyes. He was weeping in joy. And devotees, they were also non-envious. When somebody is getting the mercy, they were so glad. I pray that, we all cultivate this one quality. Otherwise, this envy is the one. I'm talking to myself. That displeases Krishna. It is a disease. And I have that disease. So I pray to Krishna, my Lord, please remove that so that we can perform bhakti in the sincerest way possible. And Nityananda Prabhu was holding an umbrella standing behind the Lord. And suddenly he said, Nana! Called Advaita Acharya. Where is Advaita? Advaita Acharya came in the front, he offered obeisances. Then Lord Chaitanya said, Murari, Murari, Murari. Murari Gupta. Murari, look at me. Lord Chaitanya knew his heart. So, and he looked at me. Lord Chaitanya immediately manifested. Murari Gupta is a devotee of Ram. Though a doctor by profession, Murari Gupta is pure devotee. And he loved Ram. So Lord Chaitanya displayed, he exhibited, he displayed to him this Ram form. The Lord Ramchandra was standing, his body like greenish color of a, durva grass, the tender durva grass. And he saw Mother Sita, saw Lakshman, and Murari. You remember? When Ravan burnt your face, you became so angry, you burnt Lanka. So then you see Mother Sita and see Lakshman. You offer your obeisances to Mother Sita. You went to rescue her. You have done formidable tasks to save her. You went to bring Sanjeevani to save Lakshman. See Lakshman and Sita. And see yourself. You're Hanumanji. So Hanumanji in the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya in Gaur Lila, so in the Gaur Lila, Murari Gupta came as a Hanumanji. Wow. And Murari Gupta looked at him, he said, he has a tail. Hanumanji. Devotees, they chanted loud. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Murari started crying, started offering obeisances. And Lord Chaitanya said, ask for a boon. So the thing is, what is the moral? Moral is, you can be devotee of Ram, You can be devotee of Vishnu, you can be devotee of Krishna. I may be Vasudeva Krishna, Nandananda Krishna, or Dwara Krishna, or Vrindavan Krishna, or Nandananda Krishna. Still. But the beauty is, they know, they worship Lord Chaitanya. You can worship Lord Chaitanya, you will attain the ultimate, you will attain the perfection of your life. Hare Krishna. You will attain the perfection of your life, you will attain Krishna Prema. Murari Gupta said, my Lord, he folded his hands. I sing only your glories, birth after birth after birth. Do not place me in a situation where I may deviate from the absolute truth. My Lord, you are my eternal master. I am your eternal servant. And whenever you descend, my Lord, in this incarnate, whenever you descend, I want to be there. I want to be, I want to be there. I want to be there. I want to be part of your Leela. And Lord Chaitanya, said, granted. So what is Gupta? Murari Gupta. Gupta means secret. What is the secret truth? The secret truth is Lord Chaitanya, Vishwambara is secretly hidden in the heart of Murari. That is a Gupta. So Gupta is secretly hidden in the heart. That's why he's called, that Supreme Lord is Gupta in his heart. Secretly hidden. That's why he's called Murari Gupta. Wow. When devotees, everyone was floating in the waves of ocean of ecstasy when their Lord was, fulfilling, satisfying the desires of each and every one. And then the beautiful glance. Lord was looking, gazing everyone with so much love. He was revealing his different colors of his body. He was revealing, he was manifesting the opulence of Vaikuntha, one after another, one after another, one after another. So devotees were amazing and dumbfounded at the same time. They were very, very gratefully joyous. The Lord Chaitanya said, he looked at Haridas. Haridas, Haridas Thakur is a crust jewel of the universe. Wow. Haridas Thakur, what is Haridas Thakur? He did not even, he was not even born in a higher caste Hindu family. He was from a Muslim family, a Yavana. But Lord Chaitanya said, Haridas, I am a slave in your heart. Haridas, you have eternally purchased me, Haridas. You remember? Actually, when this incident happened, Lord Chaitanya was not even born. When the Nawab and Qazi told you to give up, you said, Kanda Kandat Kurideku Yadiyaya. So even if you cut my body into pieces, Nachadi Vadani Harinam, so I will not give up chanting of the holy name, Haridas. And for this, for your determination, Nawab ordered the persecution, ordered that you be beaten up in 22 marketplaces and put to death. Haridas, they dragged you to the marketplace and they started beating you up. I could not take it up. Seeing this persecution, with anger, I descended from Vaikuntha with chakra to cut off these miscreants who were executing this. But Haridas, you know what you did? Your prayers of forgiveness, your determination to forgive them has locked me up, has bound my hands. You folded your hands and you said, my Lord, they don't know what they're doing. Forgive them. I became helpless. Though I really wanted to protect my devotee, I could not. What I did? So I had only one choice, Haridas. I cannot see you, being beaten up, and at the same time, I cannot punish them because of your prayers. What I did, I I could not see that, so I covered my body. I covered my back. So I covered your back with my back. And do you believe it? You don't believe it? I received all the lashes. I received all the beatings. That's why you did not feel anything by my mercy. If you don't believe it, Lord Chaitanya took out the chadar. See the lashes. And his back was filled with, Lord Chaitanya was filled with the marks of the whips. Haridas Thakur cried out. That is Krishna. You know, Krishna says, become my devotee, manmana bhav mad bhaktam madhya jimam namaskuru. Mam evasya satyanta satya pradhyane prayashma. Krishna says that. Only so that we can go back. We'll attain that love of God. That's what Krishna tells gopis. Your unlimited, your unlimited love for me, is the cause you attain the perfection of your life. But Krishna serves you. Krishna was serving. Arjuna is Krishna's dear friend. Arjuna surrendered to Krishna as in the mood of Sakira's friendship. What did Krishna do? After revealing him this entire opulence and showing his universal form, Krishna became his servant. He did not become Arjuna's servant, he became Arjuna's servant of servant. Because his horses were meant to serve Arjuna, Krishna became the servant of the horses, the Sardhi. When Arjuna was fighting every day, Krishna would tend to those horses every day because they were rendering service to Arjuna. That is Krishna. That is Krishna. So those who understand the sweet loving relationship between Krishna and devotees, they would not go anywhere but serve Krishna. Birth after birth. Moment after moment. So, so Haridas Thakur, so when Haridas saw that, actually this time, when this thing happened, Lord Chaitanya did not even advent in this world. When Haridas saw that causeless compassion on him, saw the Supreme Lord compassion on him, he rolled in ecstasy, crying profusely. My Lord, I am not taken birth in a high family. I don't deserve your causeless mercy. I am a sinful rich. But your mercy is causeless, my Lord. Your mercy is causeless. And the Lord Chaitanya revealed, see my, the manifestation of my opulences. So when Lord Chaitanya showed, wow. Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, I am very sinful. Anybody sees me, they'll become vulnerable to sin. If anybody touches me, they'll become contaminated. I'm so sinful, my Lord. Still, your mercy is causeless. Draupadi remembered you. When Dussasana and Duryodhan dragged her to the assembly of Kurus, where everyone was there and no one was protecting, Draupadi had no choice. But she raised her arms up in the air. A woman helpless. She cried out your name, calling out, Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda. And my Lord, you helped her because she has devotion. Her heart was filled with devotion. You protected her, my Lord. And Parvati was your devotee. One day Parvati was surrounded with witches. And Parvati cried out for your help. You immediately manifested and you protected Parvati from these witches because Parvati remembered you. My Lord, I am so sinful, I cannot remember you. Still, you saved me. I cannot remember you all the time, but please save me. You know, Prahlad, a 5-year-old boy. My Lord Prahlad, his father, he threw him in the pit of snakes. He threw him in the ocean. He threw him in the fire. And he was struck with the tridents. He was bitten by serpents. And he was given poison. But because Prahlad remembered you, chanted his Prahlad, he remembered you all the while you protected him because of his devotion. And Durvasa Muni came, Pandavas, they cried for your help, they chanted your holy name. Because Durvasa Muni came with 60,000 disciples and asking them to feed them, and they had nothing. My Lord, Pandavas and Draupadi took shelter of you, calling your holy name, and you immediately manifested and you saved them from this biggest calamity. And Ajamil is a sinful rich. He never knew the glories of the holy name, and he was sinful till the last minute. My Lord, he chanted your holy name. And you protected him from going to hellish regions. Wow. My Lord, you and your holy name, they're non-different and they're very powerful. I know, though I may not remember you, but please protect me. Lord Chaitanya said, ask Haridas, ask. Anything I can give you. Haridas, you should know, you're the very dear, you're the dearmost. Actually Haridas Thakur is one of the very dearmost devotees connected to Lord Chaitanya. So anything you ask me, Haridas, I'll give you. Haridas Thakur said, these are pure devotees, these are confidential devotees of Lord Chaitanya. They have come to the way Krishna comes to manifest the Vrindavan, the opulence of the Madhurya Rasa of Vrindavan, the Vraj Leela, where there is no undercurrents but pure prema. Vrajavasis exhibit for Krishna. That way Lord Chaitanya would come with his associates who would exhibit, not only Madhurya but Audharya also. The highest, the highest level of devotional service they would exhibit. Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, I am not qualified, but allow me to partake the remnants of devotees who have surrendered to your lotus feet. Grant me the remnants of your servitors. And Haridas Thakur said, he thought he's asking that. He is not asking anything other than that. Wow. And he felt, no, my Lord, I don't deserve that. How can I'm not qualified to eat Mahaprasad of your devotees surrendered to you. That is a very high state of high qualification and a very highest state, highest boon. I don't need that. But my Lord, if you're high, please, I'm not qualified, but make me a dog in the home of your devotee. In the home of a Vaishnava, make me a dog. Wow. Make me a dog in the home of a devotee. So, and Lord Chaitanya said, Haridas, if anyone speaks of your name, if anyone speaks about you, they will eventually tell me. I eternally reside in your heart. I eternally reside in your heart. I eternally reside with you. You know, you have imprisoned me, with your love. You know, as Lord Chaitanya was, he was filled with filled with effulgence, so bright. So the devotees, when they saw, they, they chanted Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So it's not over yet. We'll continue tomorrow. If I've spoken anything wrong, excuse me as your servant. I am a sinful wretch myself. I know. I have no qualification to the glorify, Chaitanya Lila, extol the glories of, Haridas Thakur and all these great devotees, the eternal servants and associates of Lord Chaitanya. Because you are coming and hearing, by mercy, Lord Chaitanya's mercy, I have got this opportunity. I'm very grateful to you. But you should know neither have any qualification nor do you have any realization on this. Thank you very much. So we'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Haridas Thakur ki jai. Mahaprakash Leela ki jai. It's not over yet, and we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you. I'm ending now.